Today is a very special day because today we are going to talk about Jessica Radcliffe's orca attack. We will talk about everything from her injury, her current health condition, the ongoing investigations, and the orcas that attacked her. This episode is going to be quite long, so make sure to watch until the end if you want to know more about this case. Without further ado, let's get into it. Jessica Radcliffe was born on the 28th of June 1986 in London, United Kingdom. She is a British woman who works as a tourist information coordinator at the Scarborough Spa and also as a belly dancer. On the 1st of July 2022, she went on a trip to the sea with her family to celebrate her daughter's 4th birthday. They went to the coastal town of New Quay in Wales for their summer holiday. The town is situated on the west coast of Wales and has a sandy beach where tourists like to swim, sunbathe, and surf. The Radcliffes had been there for 4 days already, but it was the first time they were visiting the beach. That day was like any other day. It was a sunny day and the weather forecast predicted no storms or anything unusual. At around 1:30 p.m., Jessica decided to go for a swim in the water. Even though the lifeguards had left their posts by then, the Red Cross flags indicated that swimming was safe. When she went into the water, she asked her husband, Harry Street, to take a picture of her on his GoPro camera. While taking the shot, he saw some dark shapes in the water and alerted his wife about it. He thought they were dolphins playing around them. Soon after, those creatures surrounded Jessica. And since there were so many of them, she couldn't see their faces. She could only hear the splashing sound they made while swimming. One of them pushed her face down into the water, and that's when she realized that they weren't dolphins. They were orcas. Even though she tried her best to free herself from their grip, the whales kept pulling her under and wouldn't let her surface. So she started to panic. Meanwhile, Harry shouted into the water to scare them away, but they didn't budge. The whales kept pulling her towards the rocks. Then one of them grabbed her left hand and twisted it, breaking her bones. In just a few minutes, they dragged her nearly 300 meters off the shore. She still had a death grip on her board and even managed to gouge out a chunk of skin off one of the whales. After a while, they let go of her hand and swam away. When she finally surfaced, her arm was almost completely torn off. Luckily, some surfers who were close by noticed what was happening and rescued her from the deadly creatures. They took her out of the water and gave first aid on the beach. A tourist who witnessed the horrific attack said that they arrived at the scene right after the orcas released Jessica. Her arm was hanging by a thread. There was blood everywhere. She was kneeling on the sand and screaming for help. Another person added that the girl who was holding the camera filming the orcas had to stop because she was crying and screaming. No one had ever seen anything like that before. They all thought it was a nightmare. An air ambulance soon arrived on the scene and rushed Jessica to the hospital. Doctors performed several reconstructive surgeries on her arm, but unfortunately, they had to amputate it below the elbow. Even now, she continues to suffer from excruciating pain, nerve damage, constant migraines, and post-traumatic stress. According to her family, she will require at least 10 more operations in the future. And it's unclear whether she will ever have full use of her arm again. Her mental health has also taken a massive hit. Jessica can no longer go near water and suffers from nightmares every night. Her doctors say that she might need psychological treatment for years to come. Since the incident, she has lost her job and is unable to perform belly dancing anymore. But it isn't the only reason why she's getting media attention. Jessica's story is important because these kinds of attacks don't happen every day. The chances of being attacked by an orca are extremely low. Experts say that orcas are highly intelligent mammals and won't harm humans unless provoked. It was the first known orca attack in the UK and one of the rarest in the world. Marine biologists were surprised to hear about it because orcas are usually shy and gentle. In fact, there have only been 16 documented unprovoked orca attacks on humans since the 1970s. Out of those attacks, only one was fatal. An orca named Tilikum grabbed a trainer named Dawn Bruncho by the hand and pulled her underwater. Dawn drowned in front of hundreds of spectators at the Orlando park, and it remained one of the deadliest incidents involving orcas in captivity. In 2011, a young girl from South Africa was also attacked by an orca, but it wasn't fatal. It happened when the girl went swimming with her mom and two friends. The orcas kept her underwater for 20 minutes, but eventually she was rescued and taken to the hospital. Although she suffered severe injuries, she survived the ordeal. So, what did Jessica do to provoke the whales? As we mentioned earlier, orcas are generally friendly animals that don't attack humans. Sometimes they behave aggressively when they are hungry, but that wasn't the case with Jessica either. Maybe the whales thought she was a seal or a porpoise. These animals have similar body shapes and are frequent prey for killer whales. So maybe that's what happened. Or maybe the whales felt threatened by Jessica and her family. It's hard to say exactly what went wrong that day. One thing is certain, though, the whales seem to know exactly what they were doing. Marine biologist and author of Killer Whales, Robin Baird, told reporters that the orcas probably worked together strategically to isolate Jessica from the group. They knew how to surround her and pull her underwater. This kind of behavior is rarely observed in nature. It shows us how smart and organized killer whales really are. But sadly, humans sometimes get on their bad side. In the past, people have killed thousands of orcas for sport. They are frequently hunted in countries like Iceland and Norway. Some people believe that eating orca meat can cure various diseases. Also, orcas often end up as bycatch in the fishing industry. Their population has decreased by nearly 50% over the last 50 years. They are considered an endangered species and are protected in many countries. Even so, humans continue to threaten their existence. After the attack, the public demanded answers. Many people wanted to know if the orcas would return and cause another havoc. Authorities closed the beaches for a week so that they could investigate the incident. According to John Pierce, a professor of marine biology at the University of Aberdeen, orcas are unlikely to attack humans again. He explained that they usually avoid swimmers and surfers and don't consider humans as food. Moreover, they don't hold grudges. Once the whales swam away from Jessica, they showed no interest in returning. At first, Jessica's family was angry at the local officials. They said that the council should have informed them about the previous orca sighting. But later, they realized that it wasn't anyone's fault. Even if they had known about the whales, they wouldn't have stopped Jessica from going for a swim. After all, the Red Cross flags indicated that the coast was clear. Unfortunately, these kinds of accidents happen. No one could have predicted what those orcas would do. Right now, the family is focusing on Jessica's recovery. They have started a GoFund campaign and raised nearly $40,000. That money will go towards Jessica's medical expenses and rehabilitation. Hopefully, she will make a full recovery soon. Her doctors are confident that she will be able to live a normal life. As for the orcas, no one knows what happened to them. Marine biologists were eager to catch and study them, but the whales disappeared. Since then, there have been no reports of orca sightings in New Quay. Maybe they were just passing through, or maybe they were protecting their young ones. Whatever the reason, they got a taste of human flesh and seemed to enjoy it. So, if you ever find yourself in the ocean, remember to keep an eye out for whales. It doesn't matter if they look friendly or not. They are wild animals and can hurt you without warning. With that, we wrap up today's episode. Tell us in the comments what you think about this case. Do you think the whales were protecting their young, or did they simply feel threatened by the swimmer? If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. We'll catch you in the next one.